Hey Warcraft fans, it's Jess.
And James.
Today we're taking a look at Malfurion Stormrage Warcraft 3 figure. He is made in-house by Blizzard. He's in one of the older figures. He is not a chicken.
Not yet.
Not yet. And we're cool with that. Though, from my time playing WoW, I didn't know Malfurion before he was a chicken, so I don't really know how I feel about this.
Well, you know, we all have our pasts, and we all change as people, or night elves, or druids, or shandos. And this is who he was back then, and you're just going to have to learn to live with that, with who he is right now.
Fair enough. Let's take a look at his articulation. Alright, just like the other figures in this series, we've got fairly limited. He's got a wrist swivel, a shoulder swivel, you can see it here, up and down, so we can wave that staff.
And wave it he does.
He's got a waist swivel that's decent. It's somewhat hampered by his cape. And that's it. His feet do not move. He doesn't have, well, his legs do go back and forth. There goes his staff.
That happens a lot with this figure.
He holds it fairly loosely. Not super secure on that one. He's, it's like he's in a dream or something. Dang it, did it again.
It is like he's in a dream. I wonder if Blizzard will ever do anything with that.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Alright, articulation. You know, I feel like I'm going to give him a 1. I almost want to say he's on the level of like a figure that just turns its head in his waist, really. Because even though you can move him, it doesn't help. If you move his legs, as you saw, he doesn't stand on them. And when you move his arms, he doesn't balance. So, articulation, I'm going with a 1. Paint sculpt, though, very cool, very nice. Starting at the top with his horns, they look like real bone. They've got a little bit of a dirtiness, really nice wash. He's got his really gorgeous beard and hair. It's green, it's got a curl to it. He's got the blue tattoos running all over his purple skin. He's got the bright eyes. Just look at this. He's got his pouch, he's got claws, he's got fur on his little skirt with his little linen pants there. He's got the little sandals with socks going on down at the bottom.
Oh, they're moccasins.
Sandals with socks. He's got his dream catcher staff, I guess. I don't know. Does that?
I keep getting...
There he goes.
Yeah.
As you can see, he's really not a good stander.
No.
And I think we're going to see this.
He's a great sleeper, though.
He is a great sleeper.
I keep getting this dream motif. I don't know. I think I'm just seeing something.
I don't know what that's about. I do love the pose he's in, though. It's very elemental. He's very strong. He's got his ears back here. I really like the ivy on the back of his cape. So he looks very cool. He just really, really doesn't want to stand up. I'm not going to move him anymore. I'm just going to point at him and see if that makes him happy. Maybe he's upset about the chicken comments. So, as you can see, I'm rocking him back and forth on his waist to get him to stand. You have to do that a lot to get the balance right. Paint and sculpt. Wow. He really doesn't like my low scores. I haven't even said it yet.
He's not used to being criticized, or, you know, I mean, he's kind of the leaders of the Night Elf, and everybody loves him, so...
Alright, well, Shando Daddy has a really nice paint job, and a fairly dynamic sculpt, though I'm going to have to knock a few points off because it's so unwieldy, and give him a 3. Accessories, he just comes with his staff, which we already saw was a little bit difficult to stay in his hand. It is really cool. It's got the wrapped leather, it's got the feathers, it's got the nice... Oh, I don't even want to touch him. He's got the nice oak. Accessories, it's decent. It's a 2. I mean, it's not bad at all. I don't know what else he would come with. None of these figures came with any elemental effects, so I don't think we could expect to see something like that in this line. They didn't become popular until, you know what, mid-2000s. I'm thinking when those started showing up on more figures, particularly like the Marvel Universe kind of figures. So accessories a 2. Play value, he really doesn't have it. Unfortunately, I would say, you know, if you were holding him and you were doing some eye call on the elemental, you know, chicken powers and make a little gale wind to fly you off to the mountain to...
Starfall.
Yeah.
Moon. Stuff with the moon.
Stuff with the moon. I'm trying to think of that little night
Sailor
elf
Moon.
quest where he sends you out in that like tornado.
Well, and then there's the part where, he calls Sailor Moon, and then you help them. That was kind of weird.
That was a little weird.
I liked it, though.
It didn't actually happen.
Oh.
Sorry. So if you were holding him, you could get some good play. He's fairly sturdy, just like the other figures in this line. His horns are a little bit softer. They're a little bit weaker, but nothing's going to necessarily break off, even if he was hit fairly hard. That's all he's got going for him in terms of play value. I'm going to give him a 1. So we'll be right back with the overall. All right, so all things considered, I'm going to give Malfurion a 2.5 out of 5. He looks awesome. He looks really, really cool. You can't touch him, and if your shelf is even a little shaky, you can't walk by him. It's unfortunately, he's just one of the weaker figures in this line for those reasons. I think if he had a more secure stance, if he held his weapon a little bit better, we could actually get something out of some of the poses that he is making. He could have a higher score. I would still say, he's worth picking up. He's not quite as expensive on the aftermarket as some of the other figures last time I checked. He certainly wasn't when I purchased him. He's a little bit easier to find than some of the others. I think it has to do with exactly the issues that we saw. Trouble standing, trouble kind of playing with him. You got to be really careful with how you stand him up and how you hold him. But he does look very nice. He's classic Malfurion. So it's really up to you if you want to pick him up or not.
Yeah, don't pay too much for them, but if you find them at a good deal and you're a fan of the Night Elves, Druids, or Malfurion, it won't hurt you to get them. Yeah. He'll look decent in your collection when he is standing up.
Yeah, or, some sticky tape could be a good option for him. I try not to put him behind other figures. He will take them out with his Druid powers.
Yeah.
All right, that's Malfurion Stormrage for you guys.
By the light of the moon.